So I'm given a problem. A model airplane flies at 18 feet in 2 seconds. What is the airplane's speed in miles per hour? Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Well, the first thing I'm going to do, let's just look at the facts. I've got an airplane, and that airplane flies at 18 feet every 2 seconds. And what I want to do is convert it in the long run to miles per hour. How do I go about doing this? Well, I can set up a conversion factor, and the conversion factor, basically all it is it's saying I have two quantities that are equal, but I'm using different units. So here, I have two quantities that are equal, but they're just using different units, feet per second compared to miles per hour, and somehow they'll be equal in the long run. So the way to do that is, let's create some conversion factors here to convert feet from seconds all the way over to miles per hour. And all I'm going to plug in right now are my units. So feet to seconds. Some other units I could use are seconds over time. In this case, minutes. Minutes over hours. And these all deal with, backtrack real quick. And these all deal with time. These first two that I'm connecting with. All I'm talking about is time. Now the second two, or this last one, I'm going to deal with, talks about distance. I'm going to convert feet into miles. And that's going to give me a final solution of miles per hour. The nice thing about breaking it up in these small chunks is I can deal with parts of the problem using units that are easier to calculate. And this last section deals with distance. And then at the very end, once I'm done, I should be able to, if done correctly, cancel out the units that aren't necessary. So seconds will be canceled out, distance will be canceled out, the minutes, and I should be left with hours, miles over hours here. Let's go through and start plugging in some values. So what I'll do now is just rewrite. What I'm going to do is just rewrite this as well. I started out with 18 feet over 2 seconds. And I want to convert feet into seconds over minutes. I said feet. I want to convert 2 seconds into seconds over minutes. Well, how many seconds are in 1 minute? I know there are 60. Now I can convert my minutes into units of hours. How many minutes are in an hour? Well, there are 60 minutes in every hour. Once I've converted that, I can ask myself, hey, how many miles are in feet? I'm going to convert my feet into miles. Well, I know that every 1 mile there are 5,280 feet. So let's plug some values in and see what happens. First thing I want to do is let's just simplify this sum and see what I can break down. Well, I know that 18 divided by 2 becomes 9 over 1. Well, there's nothing else that I can cross out there, but I also know that if I were to cross out the 60 and 5,280, 60 goes into 60 one time, and 60 goes into 5,280 88 times. And if I were to cancel this out and divide both by 2, if I pulled a factor of 2 out of each of them, I'd end up with 30 and 44. And in reality, I can break this down a bit more and say, hey, let's pull out another factor of 2, and I have 15 and 22, which should be simple as I can make it right now. So I know that 9 times 15 equals 135 over 22. Once I get to that point, I'm going to divide 135 by 22, and that will equal 6.136. But the problem says, hey, I want this to the nearest hundredth. So I want you to round to the nearest hundredth here. And I have 0.136. Well, I'm going to round 0.6. I'm going to round that 6 up to the 3. And what I end up with is 6.14 miles per hour. And that's my answer.